And there's only two changes in my opinion. I like Tillman and Pochettino likes Tillman, but I think Berhalter comes into the side to start the first game, and if Richards is fit, that's the only other change I'd make.
Chris Richards not involved in this one today. Mauricio Pochettino says they're taking it slowly with the recovery to make sure he's okay, as Sané was making the way down the right side. Then an early free kick given as the foul came in. Mecha goes down under the challenge of Tyler Adams. Germany in form, winning 8 in a row and scoring multiple goals in 7 of those. Wins against Switzerland and Ghana in March before that. Victory against Finland just last Sunday.
Kimmich can hit a wall. I mean, this is definitely in shooting range. Freeze needs to be switched on.
Matt Freese getting the start today after time was split between the two goalkeepers, Matt Turner and Chris Brady, last week. Wirtz, the Liverpool man over at Kimmich, and Sané as well. And just a little over 90 seconds in here. A set-piece opportunity for Germany. Sané moves away. Floated in towards the 6-yard box! And Kai Havertz meets it. And Germany in front inside 2 minutes in Chicago.
Well, you could tell by his approach to that. So it looked like Havertz was onside, but you could tell by his slow gait and his walk-up, he's not hitting that one on target. Just too slow from the U.S. Freeze needs to cheat off his line, especially as he's starting to see that's not coming on target. You can see right there, I mean, on his line has to come out, and also it's just too easy for Havertz, who's very good in the air. He's never going to miss from there. Really poor start from the U.S. What a free kick that was from Kimmich to just put it right on his head.
A week ago, Kai Havertz was scoring in the Champions League final, and now, having joined up with his country, he makes an instant impact here at Soldier Field. Luke Wildman, Kyle Martino in the broadcast booth. Melissa Ortiz, pitchside.
Hey guys, pitchside, it is already downpouring rain. Have the umbrella out. I was just talking to Mauricio Pochettino right before kickoff. He was stood right next to me and he said, what a shame that Chicago's not a FIFA World Cup city to host games. It's been an awesome city to be at. The fans, he feels the energy. Of course, now just a few minutes in, to concede a goal is going to change a bit. But now the question is how the USA is going to respond for the rest of the game. How they're going to try to dictate. If that was the game plan that we talked to Tyler Adams about and Mauricio Pochettino about, but now they have the full game ahead to try to change things around.
And I struggle in the replay to see who the mark was. I mean, who let Havertz just have that free moment. You've got to expect that ball, and it was curled perfectly. There wasn't a lot of height on it, so Freeze doesn't have a lot of time to go out. But if you're going to play a high line like they did and try to hold it, the goalkeeper has to cheat.
Germany on the front foot early here, having made 2 changes to the lineup. Havertz for Undav is one of them. Sané for Lennart Karl is the other. Devastating news for him and for this Germany team, as the teenage sensation left yesterday from camp after picking up an injury in training that has forced him out of the World Cup. Here's Pulisic down the left side. He scored in East Hartford, Connecticut, the last time these teams met, when Germany won by 3-1 in October of 2023. And there is Julian Nagelsmann, 38-year-old head coach of Germany, who is just 74 days older than Tim Ream.
I don't know who that's more impressive. Probably Ream.
Here's Tillman.
Pulisic, for those that watched and those that remember, he scored a gorgeous goal. The U.S. had a really good start against Germany, and it went south as Germany started to switch on. And the opposite here, German national team getting on the board. How the U.S. responds is going to mean everything.
It will be Germany's 21st World Cup appearance. They're the 4th-time champions. The last time was 2014, and they open up in Houston against Curaçao a week from tomorrow. Miles Robinson heads it back over halfway. Weston McKennie battling to try and get there in the midfield. Dest pushing forward as well, but picked up on the far side by Brown. Daniel Brown, the left-back from Eintracht Frankfurt, being heavily linked with a move to Bayern Munich in the summer here. Now Sané down the right side, and it goes towards the Dortmund man, Mecha in the midfield, and picked up here by Pavlovic, one of the Bayern players in the starting lineup who come in off a successful season winning the double. Mecha once again rolls it through, Havertz couldn't get there, but it comes out for Sané. Kimmich, the captain, looks for that ball down the right side, and Sané will get there at the byline. Pulled back and knocked in, but the flag goes up.
That was out.
Havertz denied a second.
Well, a bit fortunate that downpour happens, because this ball, I mean, it's just gorgeous. Lovely backdoor run. It's that skip. Look how much speed it takes off the turf. And Kimmich is so good at running the game. Calm, composed, has all sorts of range of passing, spin. And that's where the wide players for Germany, especially Sané, can just wait for the game to come to them. Could be a good matchup with he and Anthony Robinson.
Robinson's ball inside towards Tyler Adams. He got challenged there from Musiala. Let's take a look at our AT&T net cam.
I think it's Miles Robinson who loses him for a second. It's just where he heads that ball. I got Brad Guzan next to me, and he's taking a look over my shoulder. Now, it's a great free kick. Brad, what do you think? Of course, he says the goalkeeper thing, needs help from the defenders. Thanks, Brad.
Did you expect anything else?
Now, and Freeze, you're being nitpicky because that ball is as perfect as you can hit it. It's not in the air long. It curls right in the spot, but just where it is, I mean, the header's 3 yards out, 3 or 4 yards out.
Brown racing forward over halfway down that left side. And Sané was in space over on the other side, and Nagelsmann trying to orchestrate things on the edge of the technical area to get them to switch to the right quicker than they did. But this is Kimmich, the Bayern man, 110th cap today for Joshua Kimmich. 13th all-time meeting today between the US and Germany, and here's the goal scorer Havertz, wide out to the left side. Tillman under pressure here, and out it goes on the far side for a throw.
You get an early look at how challenging it is with the wide players. Verts and Sané, they're holding those wide positions. There's so much interchanging, almost like a top four at times, occupying a lot of that U.S. back line and forcing the wingbacks into those tough positions, a position that they didn't have to spend a lot of time in against Senegal.
One of the takeaways that U.S. wanted to work on is managing transitions, whether it's offensively or defensively. And defensively, somewhat done a little bit better so far, but they definitely have to keep an eye out, Kyle, as you say, on those wide players. That's the biggest challenge. And offensively, of course, get on quicker. We need to see that acceleration, link up with Ballo. We haven't really seen much so far.
The goal scored just 1 minute and 45 seconds in. The earliest goal the US has conceded since giving one up 30 seconds in against Jamaica in March of 2024. It was the Nations League semi-finals. They went on to win in extra time, getting that leveler right at the end of that game and winning by 3-1. Here's Robinson under pressure from Sané as it goes back in towards Tim Ream. Now Adams. Robinson down the left side, up towards Christian Pulisic, who had a goal and an assist a week ago. The ball over the top sees Serginho Dest chasing here. And that is well defended. The referee, I think, was got to give the free kick. He thought about an advantage, but it's pulled back here. Nathaniel Brown.
That was excellent. I mean, this transition, I mean, wonderful ball out from Robinson. First time pass there from Pulisic. And the header from Dest, it definitely cuts into the lane of Brown. It gives him a better chance to win it, but Dest had a full head of speed and maybe a 3 or 4 yard start. Wonderful one-on-one defending right there. A good little sequence there from the U.S.
Just a 5th cap for Brown, who played 90 minutes last week against Finland on just his 2nd start. And here he comes, pushing forward over halfway. Germany threatening once again here as Nathaniel Brown cuts in towards Havertz. Havertz with a ball across goal, and Sané couldn't get on the end of it. And I think the flag is up anyway here. So a free kick for the US, 10 minutes in.
You can see when the U.S. is just slightly slow to get numbers around the ball. When those overloads happen in those wide positions, I mean, just the talent, the dynamism of Wirtz and then Sané on this side. I mean, one touch, they've got so much separation. Obviously, ingenuity really important when the U.S. leaves that back line, especially when Freeman is trying to go help on that side of the field. And he's going to see a different player in his zone, in his position every 30 seconds. There's going to be so much interchanging. They got to make sure they're communicating and switched on.
Back it comes towards Fries. And the pressure there from Florian Wirtz. Fries is able to clear that one downfield. It'll be a first World Cup for Florian Wirtz. He missed 2022 with an injury. Here's Pulisic with the ball forward. Dest just can't quite get there. The US unable to really threaten as an attacking force so far. Tar with the ball up towards halfway. Musiala skips away from the challenge of Tillman. The last time Musiala downfield, I think Balogun was coming back from an offside position, and the flag does go up now. Pulisic picks it up here just inside his own half. This is Tillman. Through towards McKennie. And Pulisic here for the United States. He's got Balogun to the left side. Dest is in the box. Balogun's ball in, and Dest couldn't get there. Dest fresh off his goal-scoring appearance a week ago. Cutting in once more to that 6-yard box, but this time couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, look at Dest. He starts making that run right now. Ball's just a little bit ahead of him. It's a wonderful idea from Balogun. We saw Dest score from that position last game. I mean, even though down 1-0, Dest almost an inverted winger. I mean, if you had no idea what position he was supposed to play and how they were starting with and without the ball, I mean, his willingness to get forward is obviously encouraged by the coaching staff.
He said this week he's always been really confident about his own abilities, but that goal last week just gave him the boost he needed, and a timely boost as well, heading into the World Cup for Sergiño Dest. Dest starting all 4 games in Qatar and assisted on Pulisic's goal against Iran in the group stage of that tournament. Sergiño Dest, one of 6 players from the 2022 World Cup squad that starts the game today. I think the cheers are because the sun has come back out here at Soldier Field. And that early Havertz goal took a little bit of the energy out of the building, which, as we said before, had been whipped up into a frenzy with the flags. The appearance from the 94 World Cup stars on the pitch as well. It was a great little touch as well. They had them all waiting at halfway when the US players came out for warm-ups, and they ran and met all the players from 94 as well.
Incredible changing of the guard. I got to play with a lot of the 94 guys. They did so much for the game. How wonderful that group is here to send them off.
Is that how old you are, Carl?
I'm old. What gave it away? The gray hair?
Hey, at least you have hair.
Hey, don't go at bees like that.
And Brad.
Well, I automatically assumed it was Brad, to be honest with you, but Beast fits as well.
It's been a good response from the U.S. I think Pochettino will like that. Obviously, one set piece, it's one switch off, one moment. But they've come back and they calmed the game down. They've been pressing the ball as a unit better. Obviously playing through Germany's pressure better. Good response.
Ream here at the back, the 38-year-old up towards halfway, rolls it into the left channel for Robinson to chase. Anthony Robinson here up against Kimmich. Robinson to the byline, off the boot of Kimmich it goes. It's the first corner for the United States here. Comes in the 15th minute at Soldier Field.
Green, one of the reasons he's here is just play out of the back. He was excellent against Senegal. He's just so good. There was a little deceptive fake pass centrally and overhit the ball to Robinson a little bit.
Anthony Robinson towards Dest on the edge of the box, and Dest goes for goal. The score was rising. Well, Oliver Baumann in goal for Germany, turned 36 last week, the Hoffenheim man. Played every minute of all 6 in World Cup qualifying, and then all of a sudden, when you think you're the number 1, back comes Manuel Neuer, who isn't fit